You guys, this is a bit of a situation here, but I just felt like it was important to, well, I just found myself reorienting the camera, trying to figure out, to change up the background. I was sick of it. I felt like I'm static. And in so many areas of my life are just shifting. And so somehow it seemed it was appropriate to shift this as well. Just in terms of like where I sit. And anyway, so there's something going on with that to make what appear to be the superficial changes along with those that appear to be very deep and profound. You can see it's dawn over here. Well, not quite, but it's, it's dawning. And the cabinet is open, which Rue really likes. And it made me go into areas that I hadn't been in for a while and see, things that had been in the closet that are, this is a, it's my crystal ball. It's in there with the magic 8-ball. I mean, I have goofy stuff in there as well. It's not all Shiva and Ganesh. The magic 8-ball finds a place in there. Yeah, I think I've mixed, well, we'll find out. So I meant to switch decks too. This is the same old uncommon tarot, but it's getting to be the common tarot because well, let's see. Let's go really quickly with something else. Okay, this is the quickest at hand. And I love this deck so much. It's like one of the things I don't want to change without having the faith and the sort of obvious issue that I could actually go back to it. So there's something like that too, that change isn't irrevocable. It's, you can change again. You can course correct all over the place. You can go back to home port. As I told my beloved grandmother, who was not by blood, but by bond, when she was dying, I said, you can steer, she was an avid sailor, I said, you can steer the boat anywhere you want. You can steer it anywhere you want. It's in your power. And I live in a place where there are a lot of islands, and it's just a beautiful place to sail. So I just wanted to, I think that's where she wanted to be. If she wanted to sail it over the horizon or become a little ghost ship that just stays in the harbor, I don't know. But I think that's true in lifetime too. We really can sail the boat, I don't know, anywhere we want, but that our destination may be possible, and it may, we were headed for here, but something happened, the wind changed or whatever, and you wanna head in the direction that and I'm pretty intuitive with the cards, how I throw them, and whether I clarify or what's supposed to go on, clarify which, and, all that stuff. And yet I second guess it all the time. I sort of usually go with it, but I'm like, is this right? So I'm going to try to assume it's right, that my gut sense of where I want to go and how to get there is right, until it's proven that have an intuition that I need to back off or whatever it is. And somehow it was helpful to be in the semi-dark, to go with that, to light the candles and turn down the light. And there I relied on we have hangman. Yeah. This is a gestational period. It's not about change. It's about change in perspective, but not about, because it's also a kind of a suspension of being hung up while you process your feelings. But to change perspective then ripples out and changes stuff like, let's open the cupboard, let's open the curtains, let's see where we want to go. How to feel it out to get that new perspective. And it doesn't mean rushing around and doing it. It may be that's what has to happen first. Not operating off the old perspective. Death. Oh, exactly. And interestingly enough, there was one card that stayed out because it ended up in the wrong deck. And it was the death card. And I just thought I'll leave it there and see. New deck, death card. I think this is a beautiful deck, too. It has that phoenix image, transformation. The thing has to be set on fire, I think, burn up, and then reconstitute this energy. It has to be completely transformed by the fire. And then, out of the fire, out of the ashes, the phoenix rises. 2 cards of major arcana, which just happen to be water sign cards. It's about feelings, what's happening here. Card of Scorpio, card of Pisces. I mean, that's lovely. During this hold-up that gets you a new perspective, something ends and something rises from the ashes. Changed. Scorpio energy. This is a bigger deck, so it's a little... I have long fingers for a short person. So it's really awkward, but we go with it anyway. Okay. The 2 that popped out first, oh, I love this. 3 of Swords, that mental agony to do with the separation, either in ideology or, to do with how you saw something, that you needed to get a new perspective on, how it made you feel. Another water energy, Cancer. This is all about feelings. Deep feelings, major arcana feelings, major energy feelings. The stuff that happens in the psyche that ripples out into what you do every day. And what you do every day activates or deactivates these energies, in the deep energies. The shared energies, in a way. And I think here there was a heartbreak that was shared too. But this is a card of separation, so it's almost like whatever happened in this conversation, because swords speak to that as well. What you believe, what you say, how you perceive something. That derailed this emotionally. Because this is a card of alignment, of feelings energy. The black and the white coming together, pulling in the same direction. the light and the shadow, male and female, all those apparent opposites. So there was a hit through what was seen or said or a way of thinking that's now resolved by a way of feeling, by this new perspective in feelings. This is a card of Cancer. So we have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, all the water signs. And this is emotional. On the basis of feelings, there's healings that enable us to move forward. Those all, I think, go on the same line. What's going on? Oh, Hierophant. For some reason, I thought this said Hangman. Maybe just the ace, the H. This is a card of, it can go two ways. It's a Taurus, so it speaks to something stable, perhaps a change that on the energetic level brings stability. It's earth energy. It also can have to do with a belief system. That Three of Swords, we talked about beliefs that separated people or beliefs that informed how they both engaged with each other, that clashed. It's also a card of higher power. And I think here, well, I thought it was a labyrinth. But there's a dove here, like or a homing pigeon. I'm hearing. So it might be like coming back to some degree of stability after this new perspective business and the transformation of the heartbreak into something else more aligned on the basis of these deep energies of transformation, forward movement, on the basis of a new perspective, all in the deep, deep energy place. Four of Swords, healing that Three of Swords separation and hurt energy, but not through action. This can be a card of inaction, of withdrawing. Here, underground, in Rider-Waite, it shows a warrior in the tomb, but they're in the tomb to rest and to correct some sort of mental something. Somehow they're thinking, and I think it's a they, got off track. Could have been a third-party situation. Something to do with a marriage or a higher level of commitment that brought stability in, perhaps committing to a different thing because you've healed something in your ability to perceive something, but you needed to withdraw to accomplish that healing. Knight of Wands. It's no longer hung up this way, or in this chrysalis process of the Hangman, this major phoenix-like transformation of the heartache, of a belief that broke your heart. I think both of you, but you're both have gotten your heart reactivated. and it brings you via your higher power to the new center. It is sort of a labyrinthine image. You walk the labyrinth to, like the maze, to figure out the path forward to the center and then back out again. So you have to go in and out. And I think when somebody comes out, their fire energy is, they had to figure something out. And it probably, it could have been you who had to figure it out and heal from the heartache. I get the feeling, though, it was at least 2 people, possibly 3. But now the 2 are aligned. And I think this is when this person comes out of the deep freeze, is done healing their, how they think about something or their inability to speak. 4 of Swords is an energy not of talking, of addressing how to transform the way you communicate. They come rushing in, passionately, in fire energy. I know where to go. I know what to do. The new perspective and so on. And under Chariot, Queen of Cups. In Cups energy, in water energy, that whole top line that we saw, major arcana of water energy. This is the embodiment of that. Somebody who's giving, who's open-hearted, who's ready to give more. And this person is gallopy toward that. I know where to go. I know what to do. I am compelled by virtue of my intuition. And I've healed the thinking part long enough to kind of get a new perspective, and boom, it's like this. It's like the cork pops out. You can access whatever was the liquid, the feelings. The cork pops out. And you can pour into the cup. I think that's what this individual wants to do, this fire person. And it may be the one who's transformed in their cups energy, in their feelings energy. If there was hurt, and there surely was, something's coming in fast to address feelings, to address the need to get realigned after this fissure. That's what 3 of Swords is, some kind of heartbreak, the fissure. I love this read. And I have to say again, in addition to this card of transformation, Scorpio energy, there's the card of Cancer. Moon energy. And some people call it the card of Pisces, but to me it's more Cancer energy to do with the phases, the cycles. This is Chariot, but it's another Cancer energy. Heavy water in here. One of you or both of you may be water sign. And the transformation was, as most are, a situation where moon energy, there's a mystery. Sometimes even a secret life, a secret that you hold, somebody does deep within their psyche. It's subconscious, they don't even know it themselves, perhaps. But here again, the 2. It can be a card of being fearful of the unknown. That may have been what was transformed. Like to not know, to boldly go where you've not gone before. You know, how does it go? There we go. I can't quite do it, but you know what I mean. For Trekkie fans, you know, it's live long and prosper. This is a change for the better. This is a phoenix change. A fire energy that releases something new. Fire energy that releases. This night is on the way to release the pressure. You know, something only does that when there's sort of pressure for it to open, and here it's open. And the water sign person, the giver, the loving feminine energy is what they're coming toward. Aligned and transformed, and with a new perspective. I think everything, well, most of this archetypal energy, I think it's both of you. I really do, because it's Chariot. 9 of Cups. I think this will make both parties happy because they've somehow separated into their 9s of personal cards that speak to the personal. Not always, but I'm getting it here. What makes you happy? What fills your cup? Again, this water energy. To heal the heartbreak, getting everything you want, everything you need. Both of you, individually, in your time of separation, have figured things out, have transformed so that both of you together can move in cups energy, in your feelings energy, because you've both done this in your time of suspension to get a new perspective on what your dream is. It's a card of wish fulfillment. Now you're both aligned. You both, I don't know if I'm explaining it properly, but you're coming back together, Chariot, emotionally, after this fissure. And each one of you has done the open heart, the feelings work, personally, to figure out what do you want, what makes you happy, what fills your cup. And then there's this forward movement where you're aligned. You know, it's not just the individual anymore, it's both of you. Or at least that's what this person wants to do, Wands energy, with passion and purpose, and it's cork out of the bottle time, coming into the one. I think they want to fill this person's cup after the heartbreak. They want to mend, they want to heal. This is a card of healing. That's it, folks. That's it. And now it really is dawning. You can see, I don't know what time it is, but the light is coming. Still a little foggy, and that's moon energy. You don't really get to go forward emotionally until you're brave enough, both of you, to enter the realm of the unknown and what you're connected to emotionally. You know, there's that tinge of fear because you don't know. We don't know. We have to do this without a guarantee. You know, we have to stay open-hearted regardless of what pain we've been through. You know, to a degree, that's the individual journey. Once both people do that, both people, there's that potential for real healing. I don't think this person coming in knows for sure, because who does, whether they can accomplish this, whether they can make amends, to mend the heartbreak, amends, knit it back together. They have some work to do, but they're coming in anyway. To do it, one's energy, to give it their all, passionately. Where does my grandmother, on the edge of this transformation, because she was literally about to cross over, I said, you can steer the boat anywhere you want. Water energy again. And this person is steering the boat. They have a downwind. They're able to really book it. To come in and try to give it their all. She's open-hearted. I think they have, both of them, a good shot at this, a good chance to, where's the bullseye card? To find their way through this maze. To a higher level of commitment, something more stable. Even though this is a slightly unstable energy, it's passionate, it can course correct. It's also a card of marriage, or, doesn't have to be higher level of commitment. I'll see you next time. Love you guys.